Hello and good morning to you. Welcome to your day. Welcome to your Sunrise Yoga Project session for Tuesday in the middle of January. We're here in Sayulita, Mexico. You'll hear the birds chirping and the sun is just rising. So let's all enjoy this beautiful sunrise today and have a personal sunrise. This is our chance to go from maybe a little bit groggy or even maybe grumpy to happy and productive and feeling great in just 25 minutes. So let's get started with our short meditation and then move into our gentle yoga practice. I'm Lara.
My name is Kevin.
And let's get started.
Let's do it.
So what I'll invite everybody to do is find a nice comfortable seat. Sit on your bum, find a block or a pillow to sit on. By now you might even have a little meditation stool for this. Let's go there. Let's find that spot. Let's close our eyes. Let's take a moment to recognize that there are sounds around us. Maybe where we are, maybe where you are. Or even just to know that outside the walls of your home, there's the hustle and bustle of the morning going on, and that's fine, and that's going to be busy and good, and we'll allow that to create a little contrast for our perspective and our thoughts coming inward. Let's close our eyes, let's breathe. Take a soft, long breath in the nose. Then we'll exhale that breath out the nose. And on our next breath, we'll do the same thing, but we'll bring our intention inside of us with our breath. So we'll follow our thoughts will follow our breath in through our nose, into our lungs. We'll feel our system expand. We'll feel our system exhale. Let's continue to do this. Let's follow our breath through our body as if on a small journey. We'll begin to notice that there's a whole world going on inside of us. So that contrast from the outside busyness that is churning inside of us is a whole world. Let's breathe into this world. And with so much going on inside, we have the opportunity, the fortune to be able to listen to what we want to hear, what we want to see. So in this couple moments, as we sit here, are we going to choose to think about our day ahead or what's for dinner? Or are we going to listen to the soft sensations in the body? We're going to listen to see if there's some deep wisdom that wants to rise up and share itself with us. Or do we simply want to listen to the soft sensations inside, the sensations that bring peace and calmness? Long, soft inhales. Long, soft exhales. As you breathe here, let's begin to scan our body. Technique, a way of allowing us to listen even further into ourselves. As we breathe in, just notice how that breath flows into every little part of us, every little cell. Scan our head from top to bottom and see how that part of our body feels when we breathe. By learning to listen so intently to our body, we create the sensation of safeness, the sensation of caring for ourselves within us. Our stress levels go down. Our body can begin to prioritize the healing process. We begin to feel lighter and softer throughout our day. Let's continue with the breath. Let's continue with those long, gentle inhales to the nose. The long, gentle exhales.
As you continue to breathe, let's stretch the crown of the head towards the sky. Sit up nice and tall. During the day, our spine can become shorter. As we are sitting, walking, the space between the vertebrae can restrict. So let's build some traction in the spine just by sitting here, and you can do this during the day as well. Just lengthen the crown of the head towards the sky, lengthen out the spine. The last time I saw my family, they said, "You look taller," and I think it's just from working on elongating the spine, we can actually grow taller, even if it's just a few millimeters. Creating that space. So let's breathe into that space between all of the vertebrae and have an awareness of how the spine can feel as we create that space. Feeling rooted in the sit muscles, relaxing the legs as you continue to lift the spine up towards the sky. And now with your eyes closed, let's just raise the ground beside us with our fingertips, placing our arms out beside us, a couple of feet away from the body. Lift the chest, the heart. Lift the chin up towards the sky. Feel that the throat is nice and open. Bring the hands now behind the line of your shoulders, feeling a nice opening all the way down from your neck, your shoulders, down your arms, out the tips of your fingers. Move the shoulder blades down the back, hug the shoulder blades onto the back, keep lifting the chest and the chin. Keep elongating the spine. It may not look like we're doing much here, but it's these small movements where we come into proper alignment that create new healthy patterns for the body. So let's take some deep breaths here. Taking good deep breaths in proper alignment helps to further instill and imprint this new healthy pattern. Breaking any blockages up from the inside out as well through the breath. Take one more deep, long breath. Breathe right down to the belly and exhale and just relax. Placing your hands on the top of your knees. And inhale as you come forward, bring the chest, the chin forward, arch the spine. And then as you exhale, round the spine, bring the chin to the sternum. Open up the lower back, open up the shoulders. Inhale and come forward. So it's like a modified or a sitting version of a cat and cow. Creating that beautiful movement in the spine now that we've created some space in the spine. So as you do this, continue to elongate the spine just like when we were sitting still. So not only are we creating space in the spine, we're creating that movement, getting the blood flow, getting the oxygen flow, loosening up the muscles, the ligaments, the tendons, lubricating the joints. Inhale nice and deep as you come forward. Exhale, complete the exhale. Bring the chin to the sternum. And then let's just return to neutral or sitting still. Taking a breath here. Exhale and totally relax. Now let's bring some movement into the neck. So we'll do some neck rolls with the nose. So what I mean by that is we're going to trace a circle with the nose. One way. So have the elbows right underneath the shoulders. Feel that natural curve in the lower back. Keep lifting the crown of the head towards the sky. Relax the shoulders down. Relax the hips, the legs. Bringing some mobility into the neck, a place that can become quite stiff from lack of movement. And let's just do circles in the other direction now. Now let's hold the stretch, bringing the left ear to the left shoulder. Let's just hold, stretching out the right side of the neck for a few breaths. Close your eyes, just allow yourself to relax. And then as you inhale, reach the crown of the head towards the sky as you flow the right ear to the right shoulder. Holding here, breathing. Reaching the crown of the head up towards the sky on the inhale, coming back to our neutral position. And then if you are sitting on something, we'll come off of that and flow into a child's pose. So roll forward onto your knees. Taking your knees out wide or having them together. Maybe even placing a pillow behind your knees if you have sensitive knees. Just finding where you're comfortable this morning for your child's pose, stretching your arms out in front of you. Lowering your head down towards the mat. Supporting your head with your hands or a pillow if you need to. And let's just stretch out the mid-back here. So walk the fingertips out a little bit further. Have your elbows off the mat. And we'll just have some quiet breaths here as we open up the mid-back. let's slowly walk the hands up towards the knees. Come into a tabletop position. Come into a tabletop position with your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. Feel that natural curve in the lower back. Bring the back of the spine, the back of the neck into alignment. So close your eyes and see if you can just feel where your body most wants to be. Then we'll inhale the right arm up in front of us. And then exhale, loop it under your left arm. So coming into a modified child's pose here. Walk the fingertips of your right hand further away from you to really open up the shoulder. So working on these areas that can get quite tight from sitting, especially if you work at a desk or a computer. Tent up on your fingers on your left hand and just slightly press into your left hand as you squeeze the shoulder blades onto the back. Release that, come back up to your tabletop position. Relax here for a moment, setting up your alignment. Inhaling your left arm out in front of you, and then exhale, loop it under your right arm. Walk those fingertips of your left hand further away from you. Open up the left shoulder. Tent up on your fingers on your right hand, pressing into your finger pads. Squeeze the shoulder blades onto the back. As you continue to open up the left shoulder. And exhale and release that, coming back to your tabletop. Wonderful. Now let's do a little bit of core work here. So let's inhale, stretch your right arm out in front of you. Look down so you can feel the length of the back of your neck. Engage the core, and then lift the left leg up off the mat. Have your hips level. Relax the shoulders. Flex the foot. Keep engaging the core. Pull everything into the midline, building some strength and stability here. You can tuck your toes under on your right foot as well for stability. Breathing. And now stretch, elongate. So imagine as if someone's just lightly tugging on your fingers and your heel to elongate the body. Take a nice big inhale, really fill up. And exhale and release. Setting up our alignment for a breath here in our neutral position. Again, hands are right underneath the shoulders, knees are right underneath the hips. And really fan out through the fingers, sparkle up through the fingertips. It's one of my favorite yoga teachers likes to say. Inhale your left arm out in front of you. Reach your right leg back, flex the ankle. Look down so you can feel that space being created in the back of the neck. Engage the core. Breathe. Elongate from fingertips to heel. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Take a nice big inhale. Pull everything into the midline. And exhale and release down. Walk your hands out in front of you a little bit farther. Tuck the toes under. Lift the bum up towards the sky and we'll come into a downward dog. Lift the bum, the hips up towards the sky. See if you can bring your ears in line with your arms. Move the shoulder blades down the back. It's okay to have bent knees here to begin with. We just want to elongate the spine. Take a nice big inhale. And exhale, release back down to your tabletop. And we'll just come forward into either an upward dog or a cobra. So just lower yourself to where you're comfortable. Coming down into a baby cobra if you would like. Or maybe coming up a little bit higher. Tuck your toes under. We're going to look over the right shoulder. Look over the right shoulder. If you are in a higher upward dog, come down now to a lower cobra. You'll get a much better stretch in the side of your neck. So look over your right shoulder, feel the left side of the neck open. And we'll slowly look over to the left. Engage the legs. Straighten the legs and engage the legs here as well. Come back to center. Holding our baby cobra here in our neutral position for a breath. And let's just release all the way down. Bring one cheek to the mat. Relax your hands down by your side. We're just going to bring our right heel in towards our bum. If you can reach behind and grab onto the front of your right ankle, please do so. And then press the pelvis into the mat. So see if you can feel your hip bones touching the mat. You can bring your chin to the mat as well if that's more comfortable for you. So we're just opening up the right hip here. Take a nice big inhale and exhale and release. Flowing the left heel towards the bum now, reaching behind if you can, grabbing onto the left ankle. Wherever you are, whether you're hanging onto your ankle or not, just press your hips, your pelvis into the mat. Feel connection of your hip bones into the mat to deepen the stretch of the left side. Wonderful. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale to release. We'll just float onto the back. So slowly flow all the way onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest. We'll just open up the legs, the back of the legs here for a moment before we finish our practice. So stretch the legs up towards the sky. Flex the toes from the heels. And just wherever you are, just use your hands for support behind your thighs. If you do have a strap or a belt nearby, you can use that. So the goal here is that we just want to take a moment to open up the backs of the legs. So breathe into this space. If you're feeling flexible this morning, you could reach for your toes. Hug your knees back into your chest. Roll your head, rock your head from side to side. Stretch your arms out beside you. Lower your feet down to the mat. Feel that natural curve in the lower back. Hug the shoulder blades onto the back. So what I like to do is press into the head and just hug the shoulders onto the back. And then we'll stretch one leg out at a time so the chest is nice and open. The shoulder blades are rolling down and back. There's a nice curve in the lower back, setting us up for a nice Shavasana, very restorative Shavasana. Taking a couple of breaths here. Close your eyes. You don't have to wake up to the world quite yet. Feeling free to stay here in Shavasana. We're taking one more deep, long breath with us. Take a nice big inhale. And exhale and relax. And just flowing to one side, taking a breath there. Coming up to seated, keep your eyes closed. As you arrive in your seated position, placing one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Asking yourself, how is it that you want to live this day? What do you want to offer to the world today? Taking a moment here to set an intention for your day. Be one word, one phrase, a theme, an affirmation, just whatever comes to you. Sealing in our practice and sealing in your intention by placing your palms together. Bowing to yourself, acknowledging yourself for putting yourself first, loving yourself first so that you can love others and bring your best to the world. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you so much for being here for yourself this morning. We wish you a beautiful day, and we encourage you to share the Sunrise Yoga Project with that special someone you feel could really benefit from what we're doing here together. Again, have a most glorious day, and we will see you here, same time, same channel tomorrow.
Thanks, everybody. See you later.
Bye.
Have a nice day.